Hello crazy people out there, and welcome to a new video. First of all, what I wanted to do, first of everything else, I want to thank everyone who's subscribing the channel. I'm so thankful for it. I'm thanking everyone out there who is subscribing, who is crazy out there. It's so important to me. You guys don't even know how happy this leaves me. It's amazing. For those who are watching the videos without subscribing, I know my analytics, I know my statistics. Please subscribe. You will see all the videos. You will not lose any of this channel. You can give suggestions, leave a like, subscribe. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Today's video is gonna be a topic that a few of you told me to do, and it will not be easy. We will talk about things that I hated when I was in school, and I'm sure you hated some of the things too. So if you have any suggestions and any things that were different, make sure you leave it on a comment section below. I'm not seeing any comments of you, so I want to hear from you what you're expecting from me. So leave it in a comment below. The first thing that everyone can relate to me and everyone knows who hates is to wake up early. I mean, when I was in school, I waked up, I think, 7 a.m. to be at 8 at school. So I get ready, I get my makeup done, I get my hair done. But it was so annoying, and I hated, I hated to wake up. When I had weekends, I was like, I was in a German school, and in a German school you start the school by 8 o'clock. But I think, in my opinion, it would be better to start, for example, at 9:30, because I think it's too early for especially for example, a kid who's coming far away to get from school. It's hard, you know. And for me, I didn't got that problem. My schools were all nearby, but some others don't got opportunities. So I think it's too early, and if school wants to prepare a kid for her future life, for her professional life one day, I think it's important to start the same as they start. For example, some of the companies start at 9 o'clock, and I think that's more important because the kid gets tired, and I was very tired when I was little. But let's get to another point. Another thing that I hated when I was in school was definitely homework. My homework, Bronica. Homework is so important. Kids learn from it. They might, but they doing it because they have to do it, because they're gonna get detention while he's not doing it. Then believe me, he will not learn anything. It was the same case for me. If the teacher would told me, you have to do those homeworks, a lot of homeworks, and it wasn't just write a paper, it was tons of it. And then the kid would like, okay, I will have to copy from somebody else or Google it. Nowadays everyone has internet. Google it and write it down. And that's not what's behind doing approaching the things that you have to approach, see the things you can do better or the things you cannot do better, and try to figure it out and come to the next day to the teacher and say, I haven't done this because I can't do this. But most of the teachers don't understand it, and that's what I hated in homework, because teachers were like, you have to do that homework, and if you don't, you're gonna get detention, and that's not the point of homework. That brings me to the next point, that is including to the homework, because if you're not doing your homework, you will get detention. Detention. I mean, I have been on detention when I was little. I know, I look like an angel, but I was not. Detention is something that is, in some cases, extremely stupid. Be honest, extremely stupid, because some teachers are putting students on detention and they're not learning anything from it. They just going to detention, staying there 1 or 2 hours, and that's it. And that's my biggest criticism on school. I think detention should be different, you know. It's okay, detention, not exaggeration, but I think it's important to see what kind of detention. Part of detention is to learn and to not commit the same thing again, and that's not what it is. It should be a lesson. So that's my biggest criticism in school, is detention, because if you're putting a kid in a room for 2 or 3 hours, he will not learn from it. He will say, okay, I will have spent the hours that I have to, and then I will do it again. That's not the part of it. The next thing that I hated in school was the preference of students from the teachers. Because even if I wasn't that bad on school, but I wasn't even that good, there were always those kind of students who were the preference of the teachers. And that's what's not good in school, especially when it comes to grades, because I know that he will get better grades than me, even if I had done more to achieve that grade, because he is the lovely one, and that's what teacher shouldn't be in his class. I mean, of course the teacher will love others more than others. Of course there will be others that are not good to handle it, of course, I'm not saying it. I had a few in my class too, but I think, in my opinion, that's important that the other kids who are really trying to achieve what the grades and trying to do better, that they don't feel the feeling of getting put a little bit aside just because one student is more preference from the teacher. Also, a thing that I hated in school was extra classes. I'm not saying that I really hated classes who were actually good, but I think it shouldn't exaggerate too much, you know, because I was a student too, and there are sometimes you have to stay in school 2 or 3 times a week, then you have to stay all afternoon in school, and the students will not have any attention anymore. First of all. Second, they will be tired and it will not help, you know, they will not learn anything. So school should start 1 hour after, for example 9, and leave it, for example, at 3 o'clock, and that would be enough. Because if you have lessons, I think I had a lot of times lessons till 5 p.m. and I'm coming home and I'm like, I'm so tired, and the first thing that I want to do is to take a nap. Good old times when I take a nap in the afternoon. I think it should be, you know, seen, okay, can the student handle it, or at least do it, you know, for who wants voluntary. Trying to put a kid without he wanted in his hours of school, it just brings the opposite way. And the next topic is very important, so make sure you listen to the end, and it's so extremely important that you pay attention of it. So it is groups. There are a lot of groups in school, especially when kids are starting to getting adults and being not kids anymore, and it's very important to hear that, because if you don't belong to a certain group, if you don't belong to the popular kids, if you don't belong to the nerd kids, it's not the end. It's definitely not, because you're unique in your own way, and that's what I missed the most in school, is that teachers are not saying to the students enough that they are unique in their own way and they don't have to fit in anything, because they will find a way for themselves. And that's why groups are building, for example, the pretty ones, the intelligent ones, the nerd ones, the cool ones, and that's not what should be. School should be a place where everyone can be, where everyone can relate to it, and that's not the point. And that's why mobbing groups are existing. Thanks to God, I never had that struggle, but I'm sure there's a lot of kids out there who handling with this, and it's not easy. I know that. I've seen it in others, and I think not just the teachers who say something, but the students don't make funny of someone who doesn't speak that well, of someone who is taller than others, who is smaller than others, who is bigger than others. It don't matter, we're all humans, and you're gonna see it in your future life that what you're doing can affect this person, you know. And that's not the point. That's why I hate it, because in school, that's what's matter. Be friended with everyone, because it's so amazing, it's so important, and you will feel so better after it. So don't bully anyone, don't go to any kind of group, because you're unique in your own way. So we're coming to the end of this video, and again I want to thank everyone who is subscribing this channel. It leaves me so happy, and I'm seeing this channel grow, but we need to grow more. And I got a thing that I want to reach. I want to reach by the end of April I want to reach 1,000. You gotta help me do it. You gotta help it when you're subscribing. The red button down here, there's a red button here down, and you gotta subscribe. You gotta leave a like or a comment for things that I should talk next. Do you want me to talk more about the last topic about mobbing? I hope you enjoyed this video and it leaves me so happy. Leave a like, subscription down there, and we see each other in the next video, and au revoir.